Reality is changing at such a rapid pace that you may find that it's hard to really anchor into the old. And that's not a bad thing. That's actually a good thing because when you can start to release the beliefs and the ideas of how the world is supposed to go, or what the world's supposed to be like, you start to be able to expand your consciousness. You create space for all this new to come in. And that's the energy that we're in right now. This is, I guess, kind of an energy update that I want to bring forward with all the things that are happening around the world. You may find yourself scratching your head saying, oh my God, like, is any of this real? Is this true? What the heck's going on? And that is just like an explosion of an old reality. It exploded. There's fragments of it all over the place. You may find yourself trying to grab onto some of those fragments to really find some comfort, to find the known. And I urge you to not do that. Okay, you want to be the observer in this during this time, right? We always want to be the observer, but this is a time where the old is just crumbling away, and it's going to continue to crumble away at an accelerated pace. Okay, so you want to be able to pull back from it. And first off, let's acknowledge that we look as humans as like the thread in our realities, the common thread in our realities to make sense of this expansion process and this ascension process, right? It's time to start letting go of those common threads. There are realities that are going to start to come forward very, very soon that are going to make no sense, right? If they haven't started already. I'm not talking solely about what's happening on the planet, politically and religiously and all that kind of stuff, but what's happening energetically, okay? We are remembering that we've got chakras up above the solar plexus, right? There are all of these amazing energy centers here that allow us to tap into amazing realities and remember really the truth of who we are. Those are starting to come online, but the old ones, the lower chakras are still very much in control. And we know this because we can experience, especially collectively, a lot of fear out there in the world. Very polarized, very divisive. All of this kind of energy is just a representation of this stuck energy in the lower chakras. Okay, we've talked about like the great solar flash or the grand solar flash, right? For years, I've done videos on that back to 2019, probably 2020. The grand solar flash to me is that release of energy from the solar plexus to the heart. Once it gets up into the heart, that's the great alchemizer. That's the multidimensional portal. It kind of shoots up in your reality now that you knew was always there. The greater, higher reality starts to manifest. You start to be able to perceive it and start to be able to experience it. So right now you could say that if you're feeling that fear, this is an opportunity for you to go through your great or grand solar flash, right? On a personal level, we've talked about it happening collectively, kind of in the middle of that right now, where there's this collective fear response coming up, right? Started back with COVID, right? Still kind of going on. It just changes its face or its mask, right? Whatever it is to keep you in fear. That is that energy in the lower part of your body that is just trying to get your attention. Okay, your body is trying to awaken you, is trying to become more conscious. When you start to allow yourself to feel the fear, meaning detach from the stories, detach from the narratives, get back into the body, realize that you are safe, realize that you are in control, that you're a sovereign, energetic, limitless, divine being, you start to be able to move that energy up. You could use your breath, you could use yoga, grounding, sound baths, all sorts of things, whatever works for you to get back into the body, start to reconnect with it, because it's the bridge between the mind and the soul. That gets your energy moving, right? It starts to get up into the heart space, right? We're all about love. In fact, you are unconditional love. When your energy is stuck in the lower chakras, you can't experience that reality. But when it starts to move up into the heart, it starts to land and it starts to manifest, and you start to be able to see it through the distorted noise that is out there. These old timelines are trying to keep you in fear. It's time to let that go. It's time to take your power back. The energy right now in this month, September, and it's going to continue to get more intense, is all about clearing the blockages in these lower chakras. You may start to awaken in the heart. You may start to speak your truth. Your third eye may start to light up. You might start to be able to perceive that inner voice a little bit more, and you might start to connect with your guides, right? That's the energy starting to come up here finally. So if you're at that stage, congratulations. You are moving energy through your body. And it's important as things in reality get more noisy because, the dying timelines will flail around and attract as much attention as they can because they want your energy. Remember, energy vampires, okay? The more that happens, the louder it's going to get, the more important it is for you to remain true to yourself, meaning you lean into what feels right within you. Okay, you reconnect in your heart, you reconnect in your solar plexus, you reconnect in your root chakra, right? You start to feel safe in your own body. You don't need anybody out there to make you feel safe. You have the power to do that right now. Start to return to your sovereignty. Return to your body. Get your energy moving, and it will start to move up into your heart. Move your body. Breathe with it. These are all things you could do to get that energy moving. Now, when you do that, you're going to realize that you start to feel more anchored, more grounded, and more safe. Right where you sit, right? You don't have to go or do or hear or see anything to do that. You can feel it, okay? You start to feel it emotionally, right? It's energy moving up through your sacral. It's getting up into your solar plexus. You realize that, wow, I had the power to do this all along. It starts to move up into the heart space, and again, from there, new realities start to emerge in this beautiful toric field. You no longer see a distorted lens. The external world may still look like it's going nutso, and that's okay, but you're going to feel detached from it. You're not going to feel immersed in it. You're not going to feel like you're in the story or in the movie. You're watching the movie, and you watch it unfold. That is one of the reasons that you came here, is to see this old energy die, right? To see these old timelines collapse. In fact, you're here and you're listening to this video now because you are a participant in grounding the light, the higher frequencies, so that everyone has the opportunity to tap into it, to align with it, and experience the love that is New Earth. That is where we are headed. It's here now for you. I know you felt it. I know you can feel it right now, right? Sometimes we get distracted with what's happening. Again, it's very noisy, but it's up to you to quiet the noise by going inside and realizing that this is all part of this ascension process. It all has to happen this way. We need to be able to see the old. The collective needs to be able to see the old. That means uncovering all of the things that were previously hidden, right? Being able to see it. Once it's seen, once the light's cast on the shadows, the days are numbered, right? It's the beginning of the end, and we are already far into that process. Keep doing the work. Don't get caught up in the noise of the old timelines that are falling away, that are dying. Continue to connect up that energy from your lower chakras into your heart space so that you can start to experience the unconditional love that you are. And you will realize that all of these greater realities that were always here are now starting to manifest. You hold that space, you align with that, and you are making that energy available for those who are currently in fear, for them to be able to align with it and connect with it as well. If this video resonated with you guys, there's a new feature on YouTube called Hype. If you have that Hype button available under this video, please give this video a hype. It gets it out to more and more people so we could get this message out there and help those who are still resonating with fear.